Hello, welcome back to Chisoba's English class. In today's class, we will be looking at countable and uncountable nouns. What is a countable noun? Countable nouns are nouns that can be preceded by the indefinite article a or an. We have studied the indefinite article here. I will leave the link for you in the description box. So, we use the indefinite article a or an before countable nouns. Here we have a table, an orange. A here is an indefinite article. Table is a countable noun. An is an indefinite article. Orange is a countable noun. I have a table. She bought an orange. So we can use the indefinite article a or an before countable nouns. Countable nouns can also be counted. Here we have a marker, two markers. A here means one, that is one marker, two markers. So marker here is a countable noun. And that's why we can use number before it, as in two markers. She bought a marker. I have two markers. Countable nouns can also take plural form. She bought a chair, which means one chair. She bought 4 chairs. We added this plural marker s here because chair is a countable noun. So don't forget that countable nouns, number one, can be preceded by the indefinite article a or an, can be counted. That means we can use number before countable nouns. And the third one, they can take plural form, as we have here. She bought 4 chairs. On the other hand, uncountable nouns and nouns that cannot be preceded by the indefinite article a or an. That means we do not use a or an before uncountable nouns. For instance, happiness is uncountable noun. We don't say a happiness. No. Because it is uncountable. We don't use indefinite article a or an before uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns do not also take plural form. Sadness here is an uncountable noun. So we don't say sadnesses. No, we don't say it. It is sadness, not sadnesses. We do not say happinesses or sadnesses because they are uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns often cannot be counted. For instance, chalk, furniture, money, paper, meat, rice, wine, water, milk. We don't use number before them. You cannot say 4 chalk, 2 furniture, 5 money, 10 money. No, because they are uncountable. However, we can use quantity before uncountable nouns, and that's why we can say a piece of chalk, a piece of furniture, an item of furniture, a sheet of paper, 5 bags of rice, a tin of milk, a cup of water. So we can use quantity before them, but not numbers. You cannot say 2 milk. Give me 2 milk. 2 tins of milk. Or give me 5 water. No. You can say 5 cups of water. You don't say, I need 5 money. No. Money is uncountable. If you look at these examples here, you will find out that they are nouns that we can see, touch, smell, and even taste. But there are other uncountable nouns that we cannot see, touch, smell, or taste. Something like love, bravery, obedience, pleasure, anger, love, brevity, obedience, pleasure, anger are all uncountable nouns, but we cannot see, touch, smell, or taste them. This shows that we have two types of uncountable nouns. We have uncountable concrete nouns, like the ones we have here: chalk, furniture, money, paper, meat, rice, wine, water, milk. They are all concrete nouns, but they are uncountable. And we also have uncountable abstract nouns, like the ones we have here. They are all uncountable nouns, but we cannot see them, we cannot touch them, we cannot smell them or taste them. So they are uncountable abstract nouns. Let's look at these sentences. We find out that most often people write and even say things like this, but are they really correct? Let's find out. The first one: please give me 2 papers to write on. What do you think is wrong with this sentence? You remember we don't pluralize uncountable nouns. This paper here is an uncountable noun, so there should be no S. Again, we say that we don't use numbers before uncountable nouns. So these 2 here, instead of saying 2 paper, you say 2 sheets of paper. Please give me 2 sheets of paper to write on. The second one: I have a good news for you. Is this sentence correct? News is an uncountable noun, and we say that we do not use the indefinite article a or an before uncountable nouns. So this a here should not be here. I have good news for you. Perfect. She has so many homeworks to do. Homework is an uncountable noun, so there should be no S here. And instead of saying so many, you can say she has a lot of. We don't use many with uncountable nouns. She has a lot of homework to do. The behaviors of those girls are bad. Behavior is an uncountable noun, so there should be no S. The behavior of those girls is bad. My mother gave me so many informations. Information is an uncountable noun, so there should be no S here. My mother gave me a lot of, you can say a lot of information. My mother gave me a lot of information. We don't use many with uncountable nouns. We use much before uncountable nouns and many before countable nouns. That's why we can say, I don't have much money, not many money. No. Many people came here today. We can count people. That's why we can use many before people. However, we can use a lot of for both countable and uncountable nouns. That's why we can say a lot of people came here today. He gave out a lot of information. He gave us a lot of homework. Homework is uncountable noun. So we can use a lot of for both countable and uncountable nouns. Why do we need to study the countable and uncountable nouns? The knowledge of countable and uncountable nouns helps us to know when to use the indefinite article a or an before a noun and when not to use it. It helps us to know nouns that should be pluralized and those that should not. As we saw in these sentences here, we don't pluralize paper, homework, behavior, information, and other uncountable nouns. With this, we have come to the end of today's class. If you find this video interesting, feel free to like, comment, and share. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. See you in my next class.